Hello friends, today I am going to start with ASP.NET MVC with CRUD operations. So if you are beginner to this, then it is good to go. Open up your Visual Studio. Here I am using Visual Studio 2019. Go to File, New, Project. Select ASP.NET Web Application. Click on Next and click on Create. Select MVC and click on. This will create application with folders, model, view and controller. So you need to add the model. Here I am using the EntityFramework and SQL Server. Open up your SQL Server. Create new database. Here I am naming the database name as a user. And click on OK. In that, I am adding a new table. Let's add a column named ID. Give it integer and make it as a primary key. And give the identity specification as yes. So it will be now auto increment by 1. So this table has ID set as a primary key with data type integer and other 4 columns: name, city, state and country. Now open up the Visual Studio. Go to Models, Add, New Item, select Data. Now it is saying that ADO.NET Entity Data Model. So we are using this. And the name you can give anything. I am taking the name Model 1 and click on Add. So it will add the entity framework. Click on New Connection. Now we need to type the server name here. Now select the user. Test the connection. Connection is successful. So click on OK. Now click on Next. Next. Tables. I want to add this table and click on the Finish. Now we are adding controller. Go to Controller, Add Controller. I am selecting the empty controller and click on the Add button. I am naming this the user controller. Click on Add. It will add with some default method index, but now I am giving the method create to return some view for creating the user. So click on create, add view. In template, select create template, model class is the user and click on add button. It will scaffold the view for the create page. Now here I am writing the list because I have already removed the method index, and now I am going to make the method list for listing all the things in the users, for listing of all the users. This is the get method. Now I am creating the HTTP post method. Right, public action result create user entities db is equals to new user entities db dot users dot add db dot save changes This is saying the read line because I haven't created any object, so I need to create an object for the user, and that object needs to be passed here. So in this object all the values will be added and then it is saved into the database. After that, return redirect to action to list. But I haven't created the list method yet, so now let us create the list method. Public action result list Now declare a variable user in that pass db.user now user dot to list just remove this return user now click on this list, add view list in template, select list, add the model class user and click on add button. This will add the view for the list. Here are 3 action links for the edit, details and delete. Let us do this 3 things one by one. So go to the user controller again. Now we will first do the details. So let us make method for public action result detail. Now here we need to pass an integer ID and need to check if whether the ID is null or not. But first add the user entities. Now check ID equals to null, and if it is null, then return HTTP status code result HTTP status code dot bad request. It will return the bad request as a result. But if the ID is not null, then we need to find user with ID. Find ID. It will return the object for the user with the given ID. But if this user is equals to null, then it will return HTTP not found. But if there is a user, then it will return view user. Now save. Click on this details, add view. Now add the template for the details, add model class for the user, and click on add button. It will create the view for the details. Now again the index methods we doesn't have any index method here. We have the list method that we have created. Now the one thing is left is that in the app start, go to the root config file and now change the controller to the user controller, so it will redirect it to the user controller. The method we want to start is create, so in action write the create and then save and run the application. So write the name. I'm named Krishna. City is Rajkot. State Gujarat. Country India. And click on the create button. You can see there is a list comes up. Now create new, it will redirect it to create, and back to list, it will return the list. So if we click on details, it will redirect it to the details page, and if we click on back to list, it will again come back to the list. Now the two functionality for edit and delete is remaining. We will see edit and delete in part 2. Continue watching and subscribe my channel. Thank you.